Once again, the most important part of the day is upon us, and it's time for the daily Ethno Guessr game. Sober once again today. Tomorrow I will experiment with a new substance. I say a new substance, but it might be a variation of a previously attempted substance. So this guy looks, I would say, Kazakhstani or Kazakh. I don't know which one they use. Um, I mean, yeah, not. I don't know really how to explain this. He looks a bit Asian and a bit white. Kind of reminds me of Lex Friedman a little bit, who I know is Ukrainian, but I don't think he's that far west. I think he's from Kazakhstan, maybe Uzbekistan, somewhere around there. I'm not sure. So could easily get this one wrong. Just gonna go for that. Okay, okay. That counted as bullseye. This guy, well, I don't know where the fuck this guy's from. I gotta remember this mustache, man. I like this has got to be somewhere in the back of my mind. I know I've done this before at some point. Where is this mustache man from? And why don't I remember? I think there was a mustache man from like Sudan. That's at one point. I'm gonna go for it. Just I'm not sure. I don't think that's where he looks like he's from, but I think I remember vaguely there being a mustache man from Sudan. Fuck yeah, it's exactly what I remember. Yeah, that is what I remembered. There was a mustache man from the yes, further south on the Nile. Okay, so far so good. This one, I know I've had it again. I've had this one before, but don't remember what it is. Definitely looks like some type of Native American, but what type exactly is confusing. I don't know. I would guess somewhere around here. A lot of the time, though, I always think like I kind of dismiss these areas because typically people who look like this are now Mexican, but when it comes to native populations, they could be from further north. I feel like this might even be. It kind of looks like a Mortal Technique, something about it, and the woman, like the nose, like it could even be around here. I think it's either Central or South American. I don't know where to go for this one. I'm gonna go for around here actually. Might be screwing myself with that. But then again, no, I remember I noticed something about the Native Americans, and that was that the Peruvians had longer noses than the natives here. They had kind of distinct long noses, and then I thought about that, like how you see long noses in certain other populations, like in Arabia. I was thinking about what similarities are there, but like why would you see these long noses in these specific areas? And there's desert, right? There's the Arabian desert, and then in Peru and kind of there's like the mountains, like the Andes Mountains, and then on the other side of it, there's a little bit of a micro desert. That seems like part of why maybe Incans had longer noses. So considering that his nose is not long, I'm gonna go for here. Damn, I was like just off. Fuck. I've had this guy. This is the Semitic guy. I'm almost positive. Yeah, this is yeah the Jew basically. I hope I don't get censored for that. I shouldn't get censored for that. Okay, what type of Native American is this? Kind of looks like just the. It kind of looks pretty classic. Something. She looks kind of distinct. I think just. I'm gonna go for just the middle of Mexico there. Okay, I wasn't too far off. That's the Arizonid. I gotta try to remember that. Now this is an Asian. I don't remember what type though. It's either Kazakh or it's down here. I think this is the Kazakh, the one that's like just on the border of Kazakhstan. No, it was the one. It was the Tibetan. Yeah, okay. That's the other one I was considering. Okay, this woman, I remember this specifically. She's angry because she's in the sand. She's got sand in certain places. She doesn't want to have sand. And Chad, see how this is Chad, the country, and he's got like the hair, like this is like the tip of his hair here, and it's blonde, and it pisses her off because she's like jealous. She wishes she could have blonde hair. So that's how I that's how I remember that. If you guys want to remember that one, that's a good method. Um, this is the plainted. I remember that classic Native American. Okay, two more left. This looks like Sri Lankan. Am I fucking overthinking that? Is that some other thing? I'm gonna go for Sri Lanka. All right, apparently it wasn't Sri Lankan. I mean, it kind of was, but still got less than 4,000 somehow. Seems a bit harsh. Now this is just, let's just go. What part of India? I don't fucking know. Let's just go to the middle of India. Okay, apparently got bullseye for that. Okay, top 3%, not too good. But you never know. A lot of these people doing this, they may be retaking the test, like to make sure they get perfect, like to practice. Who knows? So maybe it's higher than top 3%. But yeah, not a bad round. That's a pretty decent score. Top 3%. Decent. I'll try to remember some of these. It's kind of, there's so many, and I have to actually pay attention if I want to remember it. Anyway, tomorrow I will experiment with some kind of substance. That is all for now.